Welcome to a unique episode of Legion Visual Guide. Today we will be discussing the personnel upgrades from both the Rebel and Imperial Specialists personnel expansion boxes. Both expansions include 4 miniatures with identical abilities. They are the Officer, the Comms Specialist, the Medical Droid, and the Astromech Droid. Each of these individual upgrades can be added to their respective core units via the personnel upgrade slot. As we can see here, this Rebel Trooper unit can use its personnel slot to add either the Rebel Comms Tech, Astromech Droid, Medical Droid, or Rebel Officer. If a player adds the Rebel or Imperial Officer to their unit, the officer becomes the leader of that unit. It is important to know that at the time of making this video, only core units include a personnel upgrade slot, but it is possible in the future that we will see personnel upgrade slots in other unit types. If this happens, any of these upgrades may be added to that unit. Both the Officer and the Comms Tech are able to contribute an attack using the core unit's available weapons. In this example, they add an additional black attack dice if paired with the Rebel Trooper or Rebel Veterans unit. If they were paired with the Fleet Trooper unit, they would add 2 white attack dice at ranges 1 to 2, as that's the Fleet Trooper's basic weapon. The Astromech droids and medical droids from both expansions do not add any additional dice to the firing pool, because they're considered non-combatants, which we will discuss later in this video. The Rebel and Imperial officers can also be used as team commanders. If you'd like to know more about the commander versions of the Rebel and Imperial officer, as well as the command cards found in these expansions, please watch our Rebel and Imperial Officer Commander Breakdown videos. We will now discuss the abilities and keywords associated with each individual personnel upgrade. Right off the bat, having an officer in a core unit boosts their courage by 1, which makes them less susceptible to suppression. Each officer upgrade also comes with 2 important keywords: Inspire and Leader. When a player equips an upgrade card that includes the keyword Leader, that upgrade automatically becomes the new leader of the unit. Attack range and movement will now be measured from this upgrade, and the personnel upgrade will be the final mini to be removed from a squad as any other leader would. The leader always stays until the very end. Inspire is a stackable keyword that gives support to friendly units that are susceptible to suppression. After the rally step, a unit with the Inspire keyword can remove a suppression from an eligible friendly unit within range 2. In the case of Rebel and Imperial officers, they can remove 1 suppression because they have Inspire 1. In this example, a Rebel Trooper unit has equipped the Rebel Officer personnel upgrade. After failing its own rally attempt, the Rebel Officer is still able to inspire a nearby Rebel Trooper squad, removing 1 of their suppression tokens. The Rebel Officer's unit can now continue their activation, and even though they have a suppression, they can still perform 2 actions because the Rebel Officer upgrade increases the Rebel Trooper's courage value from 1 to 2. It is important to remember that even if a unit does not have any suppression tokens, it is still considered to have a rally step after it activates for game effect purposes such as this. The Rebel and Imperial comms technicians give core units access to the comms upgrade slot. Remember that if you decide to add a comms technician to your unit, you are required to equip a comms upgrade card, as this is what it states on the comms tech upgrade card. If your comms tech is eliminated, that unit also loses the effects of the upgrade card it holds. And it's definitely worth keeping your comm tech alive, as they give your core unit a number of tactical opportunities. In this example, the Imperial player has equipped the Imperial Comms Technician to a Shore Trooper squad. They decide to use the Technician's comm ability to give the Shore Troopers HQ uplink. During the middle of the game, the Shore Trooper unit finds itself out in the open and in trouble. During the issue orders step of the command phase, the Imperial player uses HQ uplink to give the Shore Trooper unit an order token. They immediately activate the Shore Troopers and perform 2 move actions, getting the squad into cover. While we didn't show it here for simplicity's sake, you may note that this Shore Trooper unit would also gain an aim token because they have the keyword Target 1, And this would also allow the shore troopers to give an order to an emplacement trooper with their coordinate keyword. Because of HQ uplink, luckily they did not have to wait to have their orders drawn randomly and were able to reach cover in time. The two 1B and FX9 medical droids can heal wounds and restore lost minis by using the treat keyword. These droids are unable to use any weapons because they are considered to be non-combatants. Non-combatant is a keyword that restricts a unit from adding attack dice to the attack pool. They have no weapons and therefore they cannot attack. In addition, wounds cannot be assigned to non-combatant minis until all other non-leader minis are eliminated. As we can see in this example, when the Rebel Trooper unit equipped with the medical droid fires at its target, it will only roll 4 attack dice because the medical droid is a non-combatant. On the receiving end, after the Stormtroopers attack, the 2 wounds must be assigned to the 2 regular troopers, leaving the unit with just its medical droid and unit leader. After that, the medical droid non-combatant becomes an eligible target before the unit leader is destroyed. It's important to note one exception to the wound assignment rule. If an attacking unit can only see the non-combatant mini when attacking, any wounds are assigned to that mini. So, as always, watch those sniping lanes. Treat is a keyword that allows a unit to heal wounds and restore friendly trooper unit minis that are within range 1. In the case of the Imperial and Rebel medical droids, the treat action is a free action. The treat keyword will be followed by a number which refers to the total amount of wounds a player can heal per turn. The capacity number refers to the total amount of times a player can use the treat action in a game. For both the 2 1B medical droid and FX9 medical droid, a player can treat 1 wound or restore 1 mini per round. This treat action can be done twice per game. You can heal 1 wound 2 times. Here we see stormtroopers trying to quell the uprising in the shipping yard. During the scuffle, one of the rebels goes down and their unit receives a suppression. The rebel player decides to activate a nearby core trooper unit that has brought along a medical droid. Because the active unit with the medical droid is within range 1 of the attacked rebel unit, it can revive the trooper that was eliminated this round. But remember that a treat action can only revive troopers that are eliminated during the same round of play. They cannot revive units that were eliminated in earlier rounds. A wound token is now placed on the 2 1B's card, signifying that it has used 1 capacity. The Rebel Trooper unit can now continue their activation. As treat is a free action, the troopers can still perform their 2 actions this round. 2 rounds later, the 2 1B medical droid is called upon to heal a wound from Commander Jyn Erso. The medical droid is able to heal 1 wound, placing another token on its card and reaching its capacity limit of 2 for the rest of the game. Remember that, unlike reviving a unit, wounds can be treated no matter what round they were received. And finally, remember that a non-combatant mini stays on the board until all other non-unit leader minis are eliminated. You can't have it fulfill its capacity and then sacrifice it before the rest of your combatant troops. The R4 and R5 Astromech droids can remove wounds, ion tokens, and vehicle damage tokens from friendly vehicles. Like their medical counterparts, they share the non-combatant keyword and cannot attack. Repair is a keyword that allows a unit to heal wounds, effects, and resilience tokens from a friendly droid trooper or vehicle that is within range 1 of that unit. Repair will be followed by a number. This number refers to the total amount of tokens or repairs a unit can make per turn. The capacity number refers to the total amount of times a player can use the repair action in a game. R5 and R4 can repair 1 token per round and are able to use this repair action 2 times in a game. We're going to get our hands dirty in this next example, so just bear with us. As you can see here, the Imperial player has the Gav tank with 6 wounds, 1 disabled token, and 1 ion token. The Imperial player also has 2 R4 Astromech droids close by, one attached to a snowtrooper unit and one with a shore trooper unit. The Imperial player uses its first activation of the round to call upon its shore trooper squad. The shore troopers utilize their R4's repair ability to repair the Gav tank. The R4 unit repairs 1 wound, placing the token on its card to show that it has spent 1 of its capacity, and heals the Gav tank down to 5 wounds. The repair action is a free action, so the shore troopers can still use their 2 actions however they want. During the Imperial player's next activation, they choose to remove the disabled token from the Gav. A wound token is now placed on this Astromech, signifying that it also has used 1 capacity. The snowtroopers can now continue their activation as normal. During the Rebels' next activation, their Mandalorian resistance fires at the Gav tank, and while the attack isn't that impressive overall, they do score 1 critical wound on the Gav. This wound puts the Gav tank back at 6 wounds, reaching its resilience value again. However, even though the snowtrooper unit repaired its damage token, the Gav tank will not receive a new token. Per the RRG, a vehicle can only receive 1 damaged condition token from wounds per game. Even in a scenario like this, where the initial token is taken off and the vehicle is placed back below its resilience wound threshold. We'd like to thank YouTube commenter Nick Smith for pointing this out to us. We all understand that these rules can be complicated, and that's why we're here. So even we need a reminder sometimes. Now that this round is finished, we can check on our 2 Astro droids. Now that we're in a new round, we can utilize our 2 Astro droids again. Both droids may use their repair ability 1 more time each before they reach their repair capacity. Not shown in this example, but equally as important, remember that repair may remove an ion token as well as the vehicle damage or a wound. We hope you found this long overdue visual guide helpful, and we will be sure to break down the Clone Wars specialists as soon as we can get our eager hands on them. We also can't thank you enough for your encouragement and support over the last 6 months. These 2 mid-rim nerf herders never expected to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're so happy to be able to help you understand this game better. So, may the Force be with you, and not with your opponent. Unless they subscribe to Legion Visual Guide, then they're probably pretty cool too.